Well, here we are again, folks. Thanks for joining me. It's Monday, it's time to shave, and it's a very special episode of Sinatra Lennon. I learn all about puberty. No, I already know about that. In case you're unaware, I like using Barbasol shaving cream. I always have, unapologetically. I've used it for years. It was my go-to thing. I still use it all the time. And I've made friends with some of the folks that work over at Barbasol, Perio, the company that owns it and puts it out. And they've been very kind to me. And so when I received an email, I think it was earlier this month, and they said, hey, we got some new cans coming out. We want to send you one we think you'll find particularly interesting. I said, of course. And so I put out a whole video on it. It came out earlier today. Check it out. It's the one right before this, where I reveal that they sent me a replica Jurassic Park Barbasol can. So the new movie, I guess this is a spoiler. You might be seeing this old, if you watched the original Jurassic Park, remember they hid some dinosaur DNA inside this and then it got lost. Where did it go? I don't know. I'm not a big Jurassic Park guy, but I am a big Barbasol guy. So thank you to the fine folks over at Barbasol for sending this to me. It's so exciting because not only do I love movie props, I love replicas, I love... it's supposed to be all, rusty because it's been in the mud and left on the island and maybe they're going to find, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. But there's the new movie coming out sometime soon. But so this will be on the shelves everywhere, I assume. I don't know how easy or how hard it'll be to get. But really inside, it's just good old Barbasol that we know and love. And I'm going to shave with it today. Yeah, I just think that's cool. And I'll show you along the way. I have the original one that they're copying it on. This is an old one from, I'm not sure when, maybe the 80s, maybe the early 90s. But anyway, this was the one in the movie. There is no dinosaur DNA in this one. There's only fine, thick and rich shaving cream. The Beard Buster by Barbasol. That's terrible. All right, I took a shower. I did my hair. Now I forgot to fill up my little emesis basin. This is what I keep down here in my trough sink so that I don't keep the water running. Believe me, I learned my lesson early on about that. First couple of videos where I just kept the water running like this drives people nuts. Took me years to tamp down that fire. All right, so we're gonna shave with the Barbasol, the one they sent me. This one right here. They're gonna shave with this. Let me put some hot water on my. I almost said put water on my hair. That's true. Got little tiny hairs growing out my face. Now here we go. Let's try the old Jurassic Park. If you want to see the movie and join there's some sort of sweepstakes going on. You can read all about it right there. All right, good luck. Here we go with the rusty, I hope it's not rusty. Good old Barbasol. There we go. There it is. So you'll probably see some of these cans starting to show up like in video reviews and unboxings. They sent it to me a while back and they said, don't show it till April 25th. Today is April 25th. And so I made a little video prior and it was sitting in the queue, secretly sitting there waiting to be released. So I don't know how many they sent out to private collectors or individuals or whoever, but I felt kind of cool. It's like, I'm the only guy that has one of these right now. So yeah, thanks again, Barbasol. I love that kind of stuff. Now, we know what we're going to do with that. What are we going to shave with? We're shaving with one of the razors that Willie sent me. And you know the bags. This is the last of the 3. Did I get 3 bags or 4? Anyway. RazoRock BBS razor, super knurl. This is what we're doing today. I haven't used it. It's another simple design, kind of like the Game Changer was. Now, the blade gap may be different on this one. This is $70 if you go buy it online. The RazoRock BBS razor with a super knurl handle. Already, it feels like all of these RazoRock razors have felt fantastic. The weight, the size, the balance, everything's great. So it's been a real eye-opener for me because I never, the only RazoRock I ever used was the Black Hawk, the big single edge. So here's the handle. It's a 3-piece razor. You know the routine. You know how these work. If you don't, this is how they work, I think. Let me get this off. Come on now. Normally I don't have problems getting the pieces apart. There we go. They were just kind of janked in there a little weird. Okay, like I said, I have not shaved with this yet. And I'm going to use a Dorco blade because I'm a Dorco. I don't know why, just for the heck of it. So let's try a Dorco blade. We'll throw that paper away. Oh, I like this one. It's got the 3 guards in the same piece. That I prefer over the long screw and then the guards on the underside. This is the way to go, I think. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Thank you, Dennis Miller. I used to listen to his audiobooks all the time back in the old days when I listened to him on cassettes. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, this little head is not wanting to easily stay together well. So I don't know if there's something off or if it's warped or if it bends or something, but there we go. It's a very simple design. It shouldn't be any, look how curved down that is. Let's look at that compared to the 1918. Check that out. Look at the difference in the arc there. This is a much smaller circumference. Why did I struggle getting that word out? I was going to say circle, that's why. All right, enough talk. Let's shave. Get some hot water on here. Try out the brand new Dorco blade with the Barbasol Dominion. I still need to get one of those Dennis Nedry action figures that comes in a replica Barbasol can. I just, guitars do relicking, where they make it look like an old guitar from the 50s. Some people hate that. I love it. And so this, so cool. Love it. Now, what else could they release? I think they could do a whole nostalgia series, like their old cans, because there's some beautiful old designs, mid-century modern designs that they had in the 60s. And ones that had like a little ball on top. So instead of like this little thing, it was like a little red ball that you press down. I still haven't seen one of those in real life. I've got to get my hands on one of those. I've got a bunch of old cans of Barbasol. Here's the original one that they were copying off of. This was similar now in the movie, and this prop collectors are like this, man. They are screw counters. They know what's right and what's off. In the movie, this is a straight-sided can, like the old style, but these new ones are crimped in. I think it has something to do with it's easier to make the seal on top. But anyway, here's the old one. I'm not going to use that one right now. I can't remember if the scent of that one, I made a video with that one a while back. I can't remember if the scent had turned, because some of these older ones, the can foam start to, whatever fragrance starts to kind of break down and not smell the same anymore. So I'm wondering if, I can't remember. I'm not going to do it now because then I have to clean the whole thing up. And I don't feel like doing that right now. My son went through a short phase of dinosaur kind of obsession. Now he's on to live animals that he can actually, go and visit rather than just their bones or replicas. He went from parrots recently. This is all recently. It changes on a dime. He'll deny it. So I don't get obsessed. He wrote this whole note, like, here's why I should get this sort of a lizard. And of course, he's gone on from lizards and gone on from parrots and cockatoos and cockatiels, and then the Alexandra, two-banded something or other parakeets, and then he went on to quail, and now he's on to chickens, and he is a funny guy. What a great kid. I love that. I love you, buddy. I love his phone. All right, everybody, so there's the first pass. Ton of whiskers still up here. So this must be a much milder, like the blade gap is tighter. I thought that maybe with that curve that it would give it a little more aggression, but I'm not feeling any blade at all. I'm not feeling any aggression. It's going very smoothly. And this super knurl is great. I love a well-knurled knurl. All right, let's put some more DNA on my face. Dinosaur DNA, that's what it looks like, in case you didn't know. This is the Velociraptor flavor. So, yeah. But I apologize if this is a spoiler. I have no idea. I don't think anybody knows yet. I don't know when the movie comes out. But, I mean, the fact that they're releasing this, they've got another series of cans that are just like their normal one that have like a dinosaur on it. That's fine, but that's cool. Movie prop. All right. Second pass. You can kiss my, terrible. What? Those old 60s songs, like you'd have like old, in 1814 took a little trip. What's that one? And when they get to the part where they're about to say HE double hockey sticks, they say, and we blew them all to well, they couldn't even say that. Oh boy, would they be shocked? And they probably are, because I'm sure probably some of those, writers are still alive, musicians. Yeah, we can say HE double hockey sticks now. Yeah, on songs. There's a lot of it out there. Oh boy. What are you going to do? I feel like such an old man sometimes, and I sound like it sometimes too. Had a good weekend this weekend. A lot of baseball, a lot of Little League. We had a tournament. We lost all 3 games. But it's okay because by the last one, they finally remembered how to play. And we don't take it too seriously. You know, we're not the type of dads and coaches that scream at the kids. Sometimes you got to yell at them like, throw the ball in from the outfield. But it's never in anger. It's out of, volume because they're in the outfield. They got to hear it. But unfortunately, some of the little guys, they're like, you have to sit them down and say, no, we're not mad at you. And I know it's scary because if you get 4 different grown men yelling at you and you don't know what's going on, you're already deer in the headlights. But, yeah, so it's good. All I care about is if my son just gets a hit, just makes connection with the ball. Even if he gets thrown out at first or it's a pop-up, as long as he doesn't just strike out, I feel like, okay, good. It's just, I don't ask for much. I'm a simple man. I don't ask for much. Honestly, I don't. It's funny. That reminds me, my old Beatle tribute band, the Eggmen, were doing a thing Saturday night. And they were doing kind of a rooftop gig, like the Beatles did. Okay, there's the second pass. I still got a ton. Can you hear that? A ton of whiskers. This is a really nice razor, and you can take the handle off and use a different head. I could put this on the Game Changer, I guess. But the BBS razor would take a few more passes to get that BBS than say the Game Changer or something else. So extremely mild. Let me know if you had experience with this. I always love reading when people... Let's get some more Barbasol. Here's what I'm going to do. Look at this. I'm going to make it camera ready. Did you know you can spin this around? So if you have it on display, like if you're a collector, you can do this. If you want this side to be pointing this way, or you're anal retentive like I am. Oh my gosh, I tell you. Sad. This is a pterodactyl. Poor pterodactyl. What was I talking about? Dang it. See, I get distracted. I'm like a 6-year-old. It's the worst. Oh, goodness. Oh, yes. Saturday night. That's right. We had that gig. So I didn't play with them this time. Actually, I did. They had me get up and I sang one song. I sang I've Got a Feeling. Because that's one of my favorite. Absolutely love it. I've got a feeling deep inside. Oh, yeah. If you watch the Get Back documentary on Disney Plus, you will be singing that song because it's stuck in your head. It's great. Okay. So, third pass now, in case you were wondering. What do I do now? Oh, yeah. You know how you overthink something and you get in your own way? I do that sometimes playing music. Back to the music. So we do the rooftop gig. In that case, I sang that one song and then I dressed as a Bobby because in the movie and in real life, the Bobbies went up to the roof and kind of shut them down. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. So I did that. And then afterwards, we all went to this great old bar right next to, directly next to the Texas State Capitol. It's called the Cloak Room. If you're ever in Austin and you want an old school, like that's where the senators and the members of the Texas legislature would go to make their deals and drink their cocktails and their whiskey and smoke cigars. And you can't smoke down there anymore, thank goodness, because it's a tiny little dark place and you have to walk down steps, so it's kind of underground. Great place. So we go there, and somehow there was a group of young people there in their early 20s, early mid-20s. Pardon me if I'm sweating. It's humid today. And I don't know what we started talking about. I was wearing one of my beautiful vintage suits, black suit. So they struck up a conversation, because if you're wearing a nice suit anywhere, people tend to treat you a little bit differently, in a good way. Try it out if you've never done it. So I told them, because one of the young ladies was talking about she wanted to be on TV. She said, people have always told me. And so I kind of was like, okay, well, here, do it. Let's see if you can take direction, because that's important if you're going to, be on air or you be on camera or doing whatever. And so we did that, and then we started talking. And I said, well, actually, if you want to see what I do, or like one of the things I do, check out Sinatra Lennon on YouTube. So they were all eager to go check that out. So if you're watching, if any of you folks are watching from the Cloak Room Saturday night, cheers to you. And yes, the young lady, keep going. Go find an agent. Take some acting classes if you haven't, and get on it. Because you got the goods, kid. You got moxie. Don't mind this old 51-year-old calling you kid. I'm just playing a part. All right. So there's the third pass. Let's check it out. Let's check out Still got some whiskers there, which normally would not be there. So a very, very mild shave. Now, I should try it with a feather blade because they're sharper, but I don't think it's going to make that huge of a difference. Not really. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But for a very mild razor, you know, what was the last one I did that I also felt was very mild because the blade gap was smaller? Go with the Game Changer. Over this, between this and the Game Changer all the way. All the way. Yeah. If you're going for a Razor Rock. And there's a million others you can go for too, you know. Keep watching this channel for more. Trying to get a little whiskers under here. What are we going, 15 minutes? Okay, that's not too bad. I felt like I was talking too much. You're right. Shut up. I apologize. All right. Let's just finish up the few problem areas. This is such a mild razor that I can kind of do this and go over without getting any razor burn anywhere I feel the need. I'm just kind of running my fingers over my face lightly. There's method to my madness, folks. So if you're just watching this going, what is he doing? And yes, there is a blade in here, so don't worry. You can do that with safety razors. They're not as scary as they may seem. So if you're also on the fence or like intimidated by them, because a lot of people are, I don't blame you. I mean, if you come into something not knowing anything about it, yeah, it can be intimidating. But once you do, you're like, why was I ever scared? Don't be scared. Try it out. See if you like it as much as I do. And maybe you will. And if so, great. Okay. The Razor Rock BBS razor, $70. That seems a bit steep for this one. I wouldn't pay $70 for this head. But great handle. Great handle. You can switch them around, mix and match. Let's put some cold water up. And we're going to put a little Osage rub. Here's another spoiler. As we talked about, if you remember the original Jurassic Park, 1993. Oh, was it that long ago? 1993. Doesn't that seem like the 50s now? Oh, man, how did that happen? The ceaseless onslaught of time. All right. Thank you, Barbasol. I'm going to wash this out. I'm going to keep up here. I'm just going to keep using it. And then I'll, just keep the cam when I'm done. Put it right up here next to the new one. This is what the new one looks like, and this is the replay. I kind of wish this was a sticker so I could take it off, but I understand. You hold it like that, you can't see it. There's the originals together. Yeah, did a good job of bringing it all back. It seemed like it was no problem. Here's the spoiler I heard about. In this new Jurassic World Dominion movie, they need to They need to smuggle out a little more dinosaur DNA. I can't do it in Barbasol again. You know what they're going to do it in? Osage rub. It's going to be full of liquid dinosaur DNA. No one's going to want to use it. Like, what is that? I don't know. Leave it alone. Barbasol, you find that, you know what to do with it. This stuff, you'd be like, what is that, like an old man's hair tonic? Only we know the secret to the rub, don't we, folks? Those of you that watch this show. No, I'm just kidding. That's not going to happen. Wouldn't it be funny if it did? Wouldn't it be funny if Steven Spielberg watched my videos, or whoever wrote this, Colin Trevorrow, or whatever his name is, and put some Osage rub in the background? Or just like I'm on in the background somewhere? Wishful thinking, I know. All right, everybody, that's it. We're done with the Barbasol can for today. I'm sure I'll use it again tomorrow when you guys aren't watching. And the Razor Rock BBS, go with the Game Changer instead of this, unless you just want a really, really mild razor that makes you do a ton of passes to get BBS. I wouldn't call this BBS. I'd call it, you got to work for it, BBS, in parentheses. All right, everybody. Thanks again, Willie, for sending me that. I still got a few more. 1, 2, 3 more. And one of them I may not do. Looking at you, Feather. All right. We're going to go have a talk and we'll figure this out. Have a great week, and I'll see you all soon.